Well, good morning. We're back in Middle Earth. We're back in the Shire with Miss Fistula, and she is wandering around, mickle delving, talking to the different residents. Because, like I said, she's a very neighborly hobbit. But Mr. Carlo, he needs some help. So let's see what he needs help with.
Stay and have some tea.
Hello there. Haven't seen you here before. Sit down. Take a mug of my Bladgrove's brown. Good stuff, ain't it? Best you ever had? No? Ah, well. You see, I've been entering the all-farthing burrowing moot every year like clockwork for nigh on 50 years now, and not one prize to my name. But this time, I think I got the smell of a best in show. See, I just heard that my old great-granddad, a took he was, who ran the bird and baby in his day, won the moot prize most every year he entered. They say his brown was the best ever, but it seems the recipe died with him, because the bird just hasn't been able to compete since those days. I'm thinking he might have written down his recipe somewhere. If it would be anywhere, it would be in the Great Smiles over in Tuckborough, in the east of Mickle Delving. I wonder, would you mind maybe going over there and take a look? If you find that old recipe, I'll give you the first taste of my new brew. All right, so he wants me to go over to Tuckborough. We'll do that by and by. Oh. And isn't it a lovely day here in Mickle Delving? Beautiful blue sky. Lots of people sitting around, talking, eating. Well, they are hobbits. That is a lot of what they do. Oh, Assistant Fallowhide. Hello.
Gracious me, I need your help.
Mayor Woodfoot set aside some money to refurbish Town Hall in Mickle Delving, but it seems the carpenters haven't received it, and they won't work unless they're paid. One of the mayor's other assistants, Griffo Boffin, was supposed to make sure the carpenters received the money. He hasn't shown up for work, though, and I'm worried that something has happened to him. He lives up in Needlehole, 4 to the north and beyond the Rush-Shot Bog. Please visit Griffo and make sure he's all right, and then return here with the missing money. Griffo lives near the center of Needlehole. The best way to get there is to head east of Waymeet, then follow the road north and west through Rush-Shot Bog until you reach Needlehole. I would do it myself, but I'm responsible for making sure the mayor's image remains untarnished and, well, with Mayor Whitfoot, that's a job that takes more hours than there are in a day. This would be the same mayor that, if you remember I think it was the Farmer's Fair. He's the one that's constantly stuffing his gut at the table. Oh, Rollo, hello.
Stay and have some tea.
Hello there. You wouldn't mind helping me out with a game of hiders and seekers, would you? You see, my friends Daisy and Polo have convinced me to play, even though they always hide in the same place. It isn't nearly as much fun when your friends are so unimaginative, as I'm sure you realize. It would be fantastic if you could round them up for me. I'll give you a coin or two if you help out, but I don't know how many more times I can pretend to be surprised that Daisy is hiding in the bushes next to Peony's Grub's home, or that Polo is crouched outside the carved statue of Marco and Blanco. You'll find the statue carved on a large tree stump just south of here, and I'm sure that Polo Brockhouse is hiding right by it. Southeast of the statue, there's a small hill with several hobbit houses behind a wooden fence. Daisy thinks the bushes to the right of Peony Grub's house are a clever place to hide. Find my friends for me, and next time I'll try and tell them I don't feel like playing hiders and seekers. Yeah, we'd think that if you're playing hide and seek, you would find different places to go each time. Oh, wow, we can go in here. But we can't go past that area. Oh, Oh, look, it's a post office. Isn't it so neat? There's a map of the Shire. Oh, let's look at the map. There's Tuckborough. Here we are in Mickle Delving. And here's where we started in Little Delving. And down here is the homesteads. If you go up this way, you got Hobbiton. You have... There we go. Overhill. Of course, you have the hill. That's where the party tree is. Bindlebow Wood. Brockenborns. The green fields where you're going to find goblins. Bridgefields. Up in here is Scary. That's the quarry. Budgeford. Stock, which is the closest to the Bree. You have the Marish, Woodhall. You have Green Hill Country here. Of course, Tuckborough. The Rushock Bog, which is where the assistant wants us to go, up in here. And yeah, we'll have to get one of those maps someday. Although she doesn't have her own house. Unfortunately, she shares a house with several other characters. Oh well. It is too bad characters can't get their own houses. Because we'd had to get her a nice little hobbit hole. Alright, so he said one of his friends likes to hide over here by the statue. Oh, there's a lot of hobbits here right now. Bounder's Token Collector. Well, what's this? I don't think I've seen these guys here before. Look at all these bounders. Uh-oh, what's this? Wonder if this is going to have something to do with the new expansion coming up. Interesting. Yeah, this is new. Very interesting. We're going to have to come back to that and see what happens when the update goes live. Ah, and here's Polo.
Good day.
Haha. Rollo sent you to find me, did he? It always takes him so long to find us. Just between you and me, I don't think he's very good at hiders and seekers. I'll stay here and think about where I can hide for our next game. Alright, so he said that his friend, oh, and this guy here is...
Could I take a moment of your time?
It's a housing quest, which we don't need to take. We have a house. Now, he said his other friend hides up here somewhere. Oh, and Ruby wants to talk to us. Okay. And so does Peony. Oh, Peony. His other friend likes to hide next to Peony's house. And there's Daisy.
Hello there.
Rollo sent you to look for me. Oh, he always gives up so easily. I'm not sure that you can do that in a game of hiders and seekers. I'm pretty sure it's against the rules. If you don't find the hiders yourself, you aren't much of a seeker, are you? Anyway, I'll wait here until Rollo finds everyone else. This is a great hiding spot, isn't it? It isn't a great hiding spot when he already knows where you're at. Hello, Miss Peony. May I help you?
I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use your help.
I've received a most distressing letter. My good friend Dora, she's a chicken farmer near Waymeet, has written to say that a pack of wolves has invaded the Shire and driven her from her farm. She's staying in Waymeet for the time being, but the sooner she can get her farm back, the better. Can you help? Just take the northeast road right to the center of Waymeet. You just tell Dora Brownlock that I've sent you to help her with the wolf problem. Wolves in the Shire. What's going on in the world these days? You and me both are wondering that, lady. You and me both. Okay, and Ruby wanted to talk to us, too. What would you like, Ruby?
Don't you walk off. I need to speak with you.
Oh, well, fine and dandy, then. You're just the sort I was hoping would come along. A bounder. My brother up in Brockenborings is a bounder, so ordinarily I would ask him for help with this. But Brockenborings is such a long way from here, and I really want to get this problem taken care of as soon as possible. There's a terrible infestation of shrews to the east of here, beyond the delving fields, and they're burrowing deep into the soil and ruining the greenway. If you can find some of those burrows and close them up, that should keep the filthy little beasts from straying near this town. It's your duty to help me with this, bounder. You're rude, but I'll help you. Now, we're gonna go and talk to our young seeker and tell him we have found his friends. Oh, I'd love to have this as a housing decoration. Isn't that a beautiful trellis? And look at all those vines. Very nice indeed. Rolo.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Thanks for your help, Fistula. Hiders and seekers is not much fun when your friends always hide in the same places. I don't think it's a game they're very good at. Wait a minute. You say that Daisy mentioned hiding until I found everyone else? That's strange. I thought Polo was the only other hobbit I was supposed to be looking for. They mentioned maybe getting Odo to play, but I didn't think they'd actually do it. Here are the coins I promised you, but it sounds like your work as seeker might not be done yet.
Could I take a moment
This
of your
is
time?
serious, Fistula. I thought I was only playing hiders and seekers with Polo and Daisy, but it sounds like they talked to Odo Pipes and convinced him to play as well. You'd think they might have mentioned that to me. At any rate, Odo has a reputation for being the best hider in all the Shire, at least as good as old Bilbo was in his day, or so it's said among folk in the Bird and Baby. I don't know if it's true, but I do know that unlike Daisy and Polo, Odo Pipes is sure to have a capital hiding place, the very best. I'll have more coins for you if you can find him. He'll be hiding somewhere in Mickle Delving, so don't wander too far. You might want to talk to Polo and Daisy again. They might be able to tell you where he could be hiding. Now, we could talk to Polo and Daisy and see what they have to say, but I actually happen to know exactly where Odo is hiding, so shall we? So we are going to go up this way. And go up this hill here. Oh, look, pretty butterfly. Go up this hill and jump down onto this rooftop, and woo, there's Odo.
Hello there.
You found me. Very well done indeed. Next time, I'll need to choose a better hiding place, I suppose. I thought this one was perfect. You should return to Rollo and tell him that he knows how to choose a good seekers. And back down we go. And we go crack. But only for a little short time. Oh, and we have a new kinship ad. Looking for a kin to relax and enjoy the fun world of LOTRO? A friendly chat, a helpful hand? Het Legion Van Eriador. Dutch and English-speaking founders kinship since 2007 is recruiting again. Active, cozy, and social all-round kinship. We have our own Discord. For more info, PM me. Well, they sound like a friendly lot. And it looks like they take all sorts of people, including casuals. Alright.
Good day.
You found Odo Pipes? Excellent. He was on top of the Bird and Baby Inn the whole time? He must have some Tookish blood in him. You'd never get me up there, I could tell you that. Here are the coins I promised you. And take my thanks as well. If they ever get me to play hiders and seekers again, I'll be sure to let you know. That way you can give me a stern talking to and ask me what I was thinking. So we could pick a cloak or some shoes. We'll just pick what cost us or what we could sell for the most. And this is a postman quest. That's the one where you pick up the bag here and you go run it to another location without being spotted. We're not doing that. Maybe we'll do it someday, but I find it very annoying, so we're not doing it today. However, I think aside from that, we have taken all the quests here that we wish to take. And first order of business, we are going to go kill some shrews, or at least chase them off. Hi, Gammer.
A lovely day,
Gammer
isn't it?
Tooks that will sell us a variety of instruments should we wish to play one. Now, can she play the fiddle?
How do you do?
Yes, fiddle is one of the ones all characters get by default. Fiddle, lute, and there was another one I can't remember what. Okay, I thought Ned or Gammer used to have a quest for us. I guess not anymore. Oh, there is a quest ring here somewhere. Oh,
Hello there.
that's
Might I
right.
speak with
It's
you a
the
moment?
housing broker quest. Again, we don't need to do that. We already have a house. So we need to find some shrews and chase them off. Oh, and this is the South Fields up here. And not only is it great for farming, it is an exploration spot. So, good to keep that one in mind when you're doing the Shire exploration. That's one of the places you're looking for. Ooh, rich copper. I will take that. Oh, and I see a shrew hole to close. Now, do we actually have to kill the shrews or just close the holes? I think we just have to close the holes. Obviously, if we were much lower level, we would be aggroing these. But since we're not, we're going to leave the little critters alone. Well, there's a lot of shrews here. Lots and lots of shrews here. I see why she's so distressed about it. Alright. And I guess we can go back and talk to her again, since we've done her task. I've got some rowan wood here. Ah, more copper. I see it. The thing about the material nodes is that they're pretty much in the same place all the time. And some nodes will spawn the same thing repeatedly, like that copper node that I just got is always there and it's always copper. However, some nodes, when you grab them, they'll change to something else. So if you gathered ore there one time, another time it might be wood. Or it might be some sort of harvestable. Ruby, I'm back.
Cannot a body be left alone?
Thank you for your help, Founder Fistula. That should discourage the shrews from burrowing near the town for a while at least. Okay, we're going to grab the shield because it's worth the most. How are we for space? Oh, we're doing good enough. I got a couple of these intricate flagstone floors for my dwarves for their house, because I took a look at those online and that flooring is a very nice looking one. So if you're interested in housing cosmetics, yeah, that's a good stone floor. I liked it a lot. The other one, I cannot remember what it's called, shiny stone or something, glittering stone. I wasn't as enamored with it, although it wasn't bad. It just wasn't to my taste. Now, we are at Waymeet. And of course, there's another mail quest over here, which we don't want. And another housing broker quest, because those are scattered all over the place and I don't care. I'm not taking it. But we also saw, here is Dora. My dear, I've heard you're having troubles.
I'm sorry, but my thoughts were elsewhere.
Oh dear, Peony sent you to help me. She's a sweet lady and a good friend. I'm glad to have your help. Yes, the wolves came slavering near Waymeet recently and seemed to head straight for my farm. It was all I could do to escape to Waymeet without them noticing me.
Might I trouble you for some help?
That was a little difficult. When the wolves chased me off my farm, I didn't have enough time to collect my babies, my poor darlings. What was that? My chickens, of course. If those wolves have gotten hold of them, I just don't know what I'll do. You can save them for me. I know you can. Follow the road north, up the hill, and out of Waymeet. Then take the first stone path to your right. You'll see a sign from my farm at the correct crossing. Quickly, you must save my little darlings. Okay, so she needs me to go rescue her chickens. Probably not in that direction, though. Probably in this one. No, these aren't her chickens. But is that a teeny tiny hobbit hole shaped chicken coop? Oh my dear. I've never noticed this before. It's a hobbit hole chicken coop. We need this. We need this as a cosmetic. We need this. We definitely, absolutely need this as a housing item. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Alright, so off to her farm. And we're going to go off the road a little bit because we're not that far from it. Are we going to... Thank you. I didn't stand in front of the copper to admire it. I stood in front of it for you to gather it. And here we are. And this is Dora's farm. And as you can see, there are wolves everywhere. And wolves are a deed. So, you do want to kill some. But we also want to grab Dora's chickens first. Okay, that's one. I notice the wolves don't really pay attention to the chickens. Which is a good thing. You don't come over here and they're all getting slaughtered like, well, dinner. Yeah, new deed, Wolf Slayer. Like I said, it is a deed. And you'll be wanting to do it for the LOTRO points and for the Virtue XP. So if we look over here, we can see we started a deed. We can also see we have mail. Oh, it's probably class deed. We need to kill 30 wolves for the first part, which is a lot less than we used to have to kill. About half the amount it used to be. And usually it's twice as many again for the second part. So this is a super easy 15 LOTRO points between the regular and advanced. And if you hover over it, it'll tell you how many you need. So I've already killed 10. And we're going to head back to Dora with her chickens. And once we finish a deed, it will give us a list of everything we have to kill in the Shire. We have deed-wise to kill in the Shire. Like I said, I believe wolves, harvest flies, brigands, goblins, spiders, and slugs out in Rushock Bog. So between that, so it's 90 LOTRO points just for doing all the Slayer deeds in the Shire. And because they reduce the number of mobs you need to kill, it really doesn't take that long at all.
It's terrible, just terrible.
You saved my chickens. Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done if the wolves had gotten my darling Rosie, or my precious Georgie, or my lovely Dottie. Someone needs to do something about these wolves, and I think that someone is you, Fistula.
I hope it's not a bother, but may I speak with you?
I don't know that I can go home until I know those wolves are gone for good. What if they come for my babies again? You were so brave to rescue my little darlings. I'm sure you could do something about the wolves. The awful beast that attacked my farm came from the north. There must be a wolf den somewhere among the hills north of my farm. Oh, please do hurry. I really would like to go home soon. And that's another reason we didn't stick around and just kill all the wolves, because now we have a quest to kill some wolves. Only 8, but still. Now there are quite a few places where you're going to see wolves in the Shire. Obviously, Dora's farm was one of them. Now, if you go just above her farm, like she said, there is an area here with a den of wolves. But also, closer to Stock, there is another farm that has wolves. And I think it is the Bridgefield Wall. I think that's what it's called. Has a number of wolves as well. And we have already done 8. We'll do a couple more. Okay, so we have the Casual Instance and Raid Network. They're looking for members. We're a Discord group dedicated to running all kinds of instances with casual players in mind. If you're looking for other players to run instances with in a more laid-back atmosphere at any level, this is for you. You can IM me for any questions. Find us here. So they're not a kinship. They are a Discord group that people can join and say you want to do some sort of instance or raid or group content, you can go into the group and say, hey, I'm looking to run this, and perhaps there are other people there that want to join you. And everybody say hello to Miss Carol, who has awoken and is making her voice heard. Oh my god, she just picked up her brother's toy and then now she's carrying it around. She's so adorable. And she's the one that just recently got spayed. Because, I think I've mentioned this before, she is a beautiful, lovely little cat, a little bit cross-eyed. She's a tabby, but she looks like she's probably also a bit of Siamese, or short-hair Oriental, or something, because she's got a very unique face style. Oh, copper, I'll take that. But anyway, what was I saying? Right. She's a wonderful, lovely cat, but she's also was an absolute banshee when she went into heat. And since I had no intention of breeding her for kittens, that's not my thing anyway. So we have gotten the first part of the Slayer deed done. As you can see, it says we have Wolf Slayer done. And it looks like we're also in Spider Slayer Advance. Nice. We got 5 LOTRO points, and we even got... No, that's not what... a title, which is Fur Cutter. So let's go back to Dora. And the funny thing is that now she's been spayed, she's still quite a chatty little cat. Which kind of lends a little credence to the fact that there is some sort of Siamese or something in her. Because she's much more talkative than you'd expect a cat to be. Right, Dora, I've killed several wolves for you. Several more than you asked for, actually.
It's terrible, just terrible.
Thank you for your effort, Fistula. We won't need to fear these wolves now that you've killed the leader. What? You didn't see our leader at the wolf den? He won't be an ordinary pack leader, that's for sure. The real leader of the wolves must be hiding. Until we do something about the chief wolf, no one in the area will be safe.
Could I take a moment of your time?
There's been rumors of a scarred old wolf spotted away from the rest of the pack, in fact, across the road from the wolf den north of my farm. I don't know what might have happened, but I think it's fair to say that the old wolf must be their leader, exiled for some reason. Now I think I've done something terribly foolish. My neighbor, Jolly Smallburrow, is a true gentle hobbit, and I suspect he's something of an admirer of mine. Unfortunately, I mentioned this wolf business to him, and he swore to take care of it. If you don't mind, would you please find Jolly before the wolf does? I'll feel terrible if something happens to him. Alright, so we need to go find Mr. Jolly. Who apparently has taken a fancy to Miss Dora But I don't think she quite reciprocates. She thinks he's a fine hobbit, but I don't think she likes him quite like that. Alright. Come on. She's not sure what she wants to do. She's wandering around. She picks up her brother's toy. She puts it down. She meows. Then she wanders off. I bet I know what she wants. She's going to have to wait a few more minutes. She thinks it's time for her kibble. Because she is also one of the greediest cats I've ever seen. And the type to get hangry. In fact, in the morning, you pretty much have to watch her because she will try to fight all the other cats while I'm preparing their food. Amusing, but it's also very...
Is there something I can do for you?
Not amusing. And correcting her doesn't seem to fix the issue. Dora was worried about me, truly. Perhaps she does have feelings for me. Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little worried myself about what would happen once the wolf showed its muzzle around here. I felt sure my bucket of boar meat would lure the beast out of hiding, too. Ah, well, maybe I didn't get smelly enough boar meat. I'll clean this up and we could go back and talk to Dora together. And it says defeat scored wolf leader. So I guess we're waiting for something to arrive. Oh, that would be that something. Hooray! Thank you, friend Dora. Sure to court me now that this beast is dealt with. Don't hold your breath, friend. And of course he magically ports out of here. Beam me up, Scotty. Oh, and I almost forgot. I do want to go to Bree. I think I've pretty much decided that Miss Fistula needs one of those gray cats. Although she has a black cat, and a donkey, and a cute bunny rabbit, and an even cuter hedgehog. Alright, Dora.
Oh, woe is me.
You rescued Jolly, Fistula, and thank goodness. I knew there wouldn't be an old wolf that could do you in, though I'm sure the same can't be said for poor, well-meaning Mr. Smallborough. I have not yet decided whether to take him up on his dinner invitation. Yes, he ran straight here to ask before you even returned. Of course he did. Alright. And I think with that, we are done helping Miss Dora out. Now we can take ourselves up to Rushock Bog. Oh, that copper deposit is back. How very kind of it to respawn. Oh, and another one. Okay. I'm not turning either of them down. Now, if we go up this way... we can see Rushock Bog from here. Although that's not the actual road to get there. We are going to go up here and take this little path. And as you can see, here's Rushock Bog. Oh, more copper. Yes, we will do that. Look around. Let me see if I can't find a slug. That creature there, that reeking bog slug, that is the creatures that we need to kill here for the slug deed. Here's one that's even closer, so we're going to get off our horse and take care of this one real quick. Now sometimes when you kill them, they splatter this greenish yellow mucus, which aside from just being gross, it has a slowing effect. So it's a crowd control defense of theirs. Although these mobs up in here are super easy to kill even when you're at level. And a tip for doing the Slayer deed out here, don't just kill the slugs. You want to kill the slugs, you want to kill the toads, you want to kill the clouds of flies. Because this is one of those places where when you kill something, it actually has a chance to respawn as something else. So those toads can respawn as slugs. See the see it? And it slows you down. Okay. Always best to kill those at a distance if you can. Huh, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Can't remember if that's something for a quest. Kind of gross looking, isn't it? But we are here at Needlehole. And before we talk to anybody, we're going to go grab the stable up here. Because yes, there is a stable up here for some reason. There's our stable master.
How do you do?
And it either goes to Duland and Erdluin or Hobbiton, and both of them are slow rides. Although I don't know how the Duland one is a slow ride when it's a portal. If you go up there across the bridge and down around, there's a portal that ports between Erdluin and the Shire. Although I believe with update 33 that is going to go through a drastic change. So you know what? We're going to go up there and take one final look at the old way. Because why not? That's a cute hobbit hole. I like this. Hey, I'd live in it. It's got gardens and everything. So if you go down this way, you go across one bridge, and then you go down here, and you go across a second bridge. Both very dwarven of nature. And you've got a stable here with a dwarf hanging out. And go over here, more dwarves, and then you have the Rushock gate. Go through the gate, and you find yourself near Duland. If you follow this road up and around, you will be at Duland, which is... Hold on. Yeah, it's off that way. We can't really see it from here through the trees. But if you go this way, you will go to Erdluin Housing. But like I said, we're only doing this because we want a record of how to get between the Shire and Arid Luin now, comparing, and to compare it to what it looks like after Yondershire goes live. Because there was kind of wish I had taken video recordings a long time ago. I know there have been some considerable changes in the game since the early days, and I'd like to be able to see some of the changes. But I didn't because, well, I didn't know how back then. I certainly didn't have a computer good enough to do that back then. And it really never even crossed my mind. And we have, at least we have an in-league member up here. Have a supplier here. Good, I could sell some junk to him. But we want to go down here. No, not up, down. There. I believe this is the hobbit we want to talk to. Yep. Hello, Griffo.
How do you do?
I know what you're thinking, that I stole the money, but I didn't. I was taking the money on a shortcut across the bog to Overhill, where the carpenters are working today, and these ragged-looking dwarves came running down at me from the north. They had axes and looked like they meant to use them, so I don't mind saying I ran as fast as I could back to town, but I dropped the bag with the money along the way and turned my ankle, too. I was just trying to come up with some way to tell the mayor the bad news when you showed up. So, we have to go find some dwarves, aka some dour hands, and retrieve the money. Of course, we have another postman quest here. Irish Chub has nothing for us. And these hobbits live quite happily off what they can fish and what they can grow. Very nice. Oh, Philibert Bolger. Hello, Mr. Bolger.
Might I trouble you for some help?
Gracious me, I'm glad to see you. You see, my cow, Daffodil, she's gone missing, and I suspect some foul play. Yesterday a dwarf came by my farm. Olweir was his name, and he wanted to buy my Daffodil. Well, I couldn't sell her. She's the only cow I got. He didn't seem to take that well. I think he may have come back and stolen her. Now, I don't know where he might have taken her, but I do remember that his boots were caked in mud. I'll wager he was out tromping about in Brushhawk Bog. Maybe that's where he took her. Start looking at Troll's Knoll, southeast of here. So he wants me to find Daffodil. And I thought Bounder Chubb had a quest for me, but he doesn't. And that's just the postman, which we don't want to talk to. And I think that's it. So, next time, we'll help out these fine people here in Needlepoint, and then see where it leads us next. But until then, bye for now.